wanted to eat dinner or something. It was like, oh,
Okay, I call this
everybody still lives there.
Yeah.
work session of the Snellville Mayor and Council for July 10th to order. Thank you all for coming. First, we'll have the regular meeting and agenda. Does anybody have any questions or concerns?
Yes, Butch, so the final word is on the GDOT putting a traffic light at that intersection was no?
Yes.
Okay, that was it.
And that was at South Crestview, is that what?
That was the 3 rezoning, it's like townhome, commercial, and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crestview, Crestview.
It didn't change, does it?
No, the DOT said there's not a signal warrant there.
Yeah, I read the thing, I was just curious since then if anything has been,
Yeah, they basically don't act until it's reactive.
After we have 10
You have to
accidents.
create the
After,
problem
yeah.
and fix it.
Anything else on the regular?
Why don't we
business
take
of
off
public
Elmore
hearing?
Community Improvement District, because there was no June meeting.
Okay.
See all my friends.
Okay.
And for all of the planning and zoning items, Jason has brought some reinforcement with him tonight. I'd like to introduce you all to Austin Shelton, our new planner. Austin's been with us for what, about 5 weeks? Right around that, in there. He's fit in great, done a great job. I think helping Jason and John greatly. And I hope that he'll be here a long time. We're glad you're here, Austin. Y'all go by and say hello if you get a chance.
Okay.
It's right there.
Okay, correspondence, do you have any legal correspondence? Do you have any correspondence?
No, sir.
City Attorney's report, we do have exec session. That's correct. Anything discussed outside of the session?
Nope.
Okay. Discussion of cop cab, Mr. Howard.
Well, at the end, of course, my term, I'm really just trying to get a feel for where everybody would be if I continued to operate that program and what anybody's thoughts would be. I know, Chuck, I've talked to Tony about it and just wanted to put it out there before we come to the 11th hour. And anybody have any concerns, or is there anything?
I had a conversation with Tony today. I certainly don't think anyone in this council has any concerns about it. But since it's gonna be a new council, we'll just let them take it up at their first meeting. I don't foresee a problem, as long as the insurance and everything is carried. But since it's a change in council, there could be a change in people. Let's just let them, let the new council come down with that. In the meantime, the resolution that Bobby has now works to the end of it.
Okay. So we're just gonna run with that, and unless the new council decides to change it, and then,
We'll have to, it'll have to be brought up before the council with another resolution for you as a private citizen, but I don't foresee a problem with that.
okay.
Bob, Tony and I talked about it at length. I mean, there's no barrier for you to be able to do it once you're
Okay.
no longer on the council, but it just makes the most sense to let it run through right now under the current resolution, and then let the new board, or the new council, take it up then.
Well, and the reason I'm kind of trying to get that in line is because it's the sole funding source, me being the one asking for funds for it. I mean, if I'm gonna be the one operating it, then certainly I wanna be the one to create the funds to do it. And if it's, just being honest, if it's gonna be not my responsibility anymore and the city's gonna take it, then I'm gonna let the city fund it. I just can't, I wanna be able to be a part of the program, and I wanna be able to be the one to fund it. If I have to fund it personally or go for whatever, I mean, that's what I'm willing to do. I'm just trying to to figure out that before November, but it looks like I don't do anything until November, I guess.
That would be our recommendation.
I can bring up the resolution if you want after the election.
I think you got 4.
Because I'll support it from now until bring up the
Okay.
resolution,
Well, thank you, Roger.
support it. and-
I hope I could support
I don't
it.
think there's a problem, it's, again, it's just a matter of
I'm
protocol.
here.
Well, and I'm just being, you know, very transparent about it. I mean, I just, you know, I've got to go to another round of funding, which, you know, I've only done it once. So Kelly McAloon and Lucy and all of those people that funded in the beginning, I'm going back to the well for, so I'm gonna have to do that.
We'll cover you.
We've kept it in good shape, so I'm happy with it, but thank you all. If I can continue to do that, I would appreciate it.
As long as you take me for a ride.
And I
You've
can
been on
ride
so
it,
many rides with me, David.
In
And
the
not-
police or the cab?
but in the front seat
Front
this
seat,
time,
yeah.
not the back.
I try to keep them in the back seat. It's best for
It never
everybody.
It really is.
It's really best for everybody. So,
It's a security.
Okay, then we go into our list of,
It's a couple months away. Think about how my life could change.
We've had some progress and different good things happen in the town center that does call for a short executive session for a property item. So if we could do that after the work session, I think we could fit it in before the regular meeting. Joint city and county plans is all good news. The IGA, library design, library parking deck, IGA is on the agenda tonight. There aren't any surprises in it. Everything has been very positive with the county. We expect them to adopt it also at their meeting next Tuesday, which would be the 18th. Public relations and marketing. I think our new video has been nothing but positively received. There has been, I guess there have been a couple of discussions, Tom, and maybe you could kind of update them on some plans for the social media, get a little more information out to people.
yeah, let me go into that. Starting Wednesday, we're going to do a live video of the mayor, like a wrap-up of what happened at the meeting, just 5 to 10 minutes, that'll be pushed on social media. So that's gonna start this Wednesday.
Cool.
It'll be done once the Wednesday after each meeting. Brian is going to do the taping of it, and Jeremy's helping with the script, and again, we'll just see how it goes. It might last 6 months, it might last 6 weeks, we don't know, we'll see how it goes. And we're gonna invite people to call in, not call in, but if they have questions, to send the questions in, and we'll answer the questions on the next video, okay?
Be able to edit
That's
those
all.
questions.
Yes, we will be able to have, we'll select them.
The town hall meeting item is really tied in with the 78-124 item. I think I've let everybody know that the project has been awarded now to Pittman Construction, somewhere around $13.5 million construction cost. And I've been in touch with the state people in Atlanta as well as the district office in Gainesville. Now that they are on to construction, it will be the district office that will oversee that construction. Shannon Giles is the district engineer. Probably Harold Mull will be the construction foreman. We'll see. But I've been assured that we'll be notified on anything that goes on with that project. They're working out what I would call a pre-con meeting, an early meeting with Pittman, where we'll have a chance to talk to them about schedule, we'll have a chance to talk to them about detours, and the possibility of coming, and maybe, sitting in with the mayor for one of these meetings where, they aren't put on the spot, but they can provide information for what's coming. So, that's, something that, I think we talked about maybe a virtual town hall meeting, we can talk about that, but, we're making sure that we're involved, directly, with that situation. So I'm not sure we could do any more than we've done right now.
So once they define or decide on who the actual project engineer is, you'll just try to call them and see if we can't
Well,
schedule something?
I mean, we've already talked to the district boss, if you will.
Okay.
I mean, he's the head engineer over all the projects in the district, District 1 out of Gainesville. And he's assured me that, that we'll be involved in everything. So, and we're trying to get, we have a monthly update meeting at the CID office. We're trying to make sure we get somebody from Pittman and from DOT there. The newly involved DOT folks. Our project manager, Kimberly Kimbrough, will still be involved in the project, but it'll be more local district that takes over from here. So I'll keep you updated on that. The UDO, we have this will be on the agenda next time. This is our latest, this is the proposal from Caleb and TSW for you to look over. We came in about 25% under budget in phase one. I would anticipate we probably can do the same thing here. Jason and his folks did a great job working with Caleb. And that's one of the reasons why TSW got hired here. They do a good job of taking direction, if you will, suggestions, how we can kind of, we're fortunate to have a staff that knows our system and has institutional knowledge. So we've been able to provide some good ideas to TSW. They've taken those, and I feel like we'll be able to do the same thing on the drafting of the code. Because a lot of the legwork for the code drafting has already been done, if you really think about it, the diagnostic report. So it's a $145,000 fee, but I believe we can come in significantly under that. So take a look at that. That'll be on the agenda for next time. The audio-visual, we have sat down and negotiated with the low bidder. I've got a memo that's going out to you guys. That will be on the work session next time to discuss. I feel like we've narrowed it down as much as we can. We feel like we're getting the system that we need, and that'll be on the work session next meeting. Roundabout construction, I guess we're moving ahead with 2 condemnations now.
I did speak to on the DDR property. I spoke to Mr. Ruffin again today.
Yeah.
And I implored upon him the importance of him giving us an answer as we started to move forward, and it was going to cost a lot more to go through this process. So he tells me that he's going to keep pushing forward, but I've told him we're moving on, we're not waiting.
Well, and I'm premature, I guess, but it's a frustrating situation with DDR.
Butch, do you mind if I go back to the UDO?
Yes.
Is that a bid situation with TSW, or is that 145? Is that a?
They bid 6 or 7 months ago on the
Okay,
whole.
so that is on the whole thing.
Yes.
So that's the component of it. Okay,
Correct.
I didn't
This is
realize. I didn't know
phase
if that
2,
was.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Phase 1 was, we basically redirected them to the town center, and which has a direct impact on the whole code, obviously. But this is just phase 2 on the total contract. But so we will discuss this a little bit further. But it's we're doing well on everybody else. It's just these 2 holdouts, and so we'll see where we get to there. Oak Road Park looks good. We are giving some of the landscaping a little more chance to come back. There's some green up on some bushes, so we're giving the contractor a little bit of a break there. But we need a ribbon cutting date when you guys are ready to do that.
When you want to do it.
Saturday? I mean, is that a bad day? You want to do it one
Saturday's a
afternoon?
great day.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Saturday afternoon, well, after farm.
Farming might have
Or late, I
12:30.
mean, we're not just
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah.
Noon. Saturday at noon?
Concert at night, well, 6.
Yeah, it's at 9.
It's only a ribbon cutting. Won't be that long.
Be about what it was today, a little bit more, under mine, not much more than that.
You have to do it early before it rains.
Because it's not gonna be much more than what it was today.
So we
I
can do
imagine
our walk.
Gretchen and Kurt will
Our
probably get
healthy
some
walk.
neighbors out there,
Well,
maybe.
we'll post it on our Facebook page. We won't be able to be there because it'll be right at the market close.
Right.
Well, if you wanna be there, we'll work the
Well,
schedule
no,
around you.
don't work it around us, work it around your schedule. I'm just saying, that's when we're very busy closing up the market.
Well, to get them all there too, we'd have to probably do it around
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, and that's right in the middle of the day.
What about the following Saturday?
Well, you got the.
Or what about at
Saturday
5
market.
o'clock? We do the concert at 6 o'clock.
5 o'clock in 2 weeks, you're saying?
The concert, when's the concert? It's Saturday night, right?
Saturday.
Saturday.
The
Go up there,
15th.
cut the ribbon, and then go to the concert.
Yeah, it was just,
Well, we do it at 4. Well,
I'm
I
trying to
don't-
make it up so it doesn't break the day up 3 times.
Yeah,
Right. Do it Sunday.
it probably doesn't matter.
But it's up to y'all, I'm leaving it open
I
here.
didn't do anything.
Well, the biggest challenge doing it in an afternoon, like before the meeting, is that we really have
No
a challenge for parking. So getting there at 5:30, I mean, if we got,
Mayor and staff will meet here right down the Subaru.
Take
Or
the bus.
Suburban where only one car can park.
I thought we were gonna all meet here and walk.
Yeah, the healthy,
Who said that?
the healthy walk we were
we
planning.
can do that too, we just gotta start
I
at
didn't vote
3.
that.
How far is it down there?
Mile.
I think that's a great idea.
The neighbors will get
Starting
started
at 3 o'clock.
o'clock.
We could drive the senior bus.
Yeah, drive the, he likes to.
We'll black out the senior.
Doesn't bother me.
Okay, so what,
Somebody pick a
what time
time.
do you
So
wanna
pick
do
a
it?
date.
You wanna do it this Saturday at 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or
I'd
the
say the
following Saturday?
22nd. Let's do the 22nd.
22nd, at what time?
2 o'clock.
Yeah, 60%
Or you want
chance
early?
of rain on Saturday.
This Saturday?
Following,
This Saturday?
following Saturday, 2 o'clock.
Well, whatever y'all decide is
22nd
fine.
at 2 o'clock.
22nd I can't do, so it doesn't, but that's fine, I'm gonna be jumping out of a perfectly good airplane anyway, so.
This would be better if it
skydiving.
came with us.
I understand that.
This
but,
would be safer.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know,
Maybe,
we're
maybe
not.
not bringing parachutes with us, are we?
Depends.
My 70-year-old sister, for her birthday, her and I are going
Oh,
skydiving. so.
okay.
Oh, man.
Should be fun.
That's intense.
You going?
Well, yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
Strap a
I
mattress on your ass.
would totally.
that's right.
Yeah.
Safer than crossing the street,
Well,
just saying.
say that,
Wipe them out in one fell swoop.
22nd at 2 o'clock.
I'd say the 22nd, just because the 15th is, farmer's market concert already.
22nd, 2
And that
o'clock.
gives
Okay.
us 2 things on that
We're
day,
done.
It's done, move on.
rather than 3. I don't know. I don't care until school gets back in, I can do anything, pretty much.
Mhm.
Such an
can
amount
read
of
that, right?
freedom.
Good deal.
No more school.
You can read that?
Oh, yeah. Melissa can.
Don't wanna go to school.
Let's see, we took care of the DLT. Business retention, I guess we're
We said
still
2
putting
o'clock.
the committee
2
together.
o'clock.
It's the largest committee gathering thing in the history of America.
The SAC, I tell you, Chris Johnson is doing a lot. She's talked to a lot of people. I think they've had a informal meeting. And I guess they'll be
There'll be
making some
candidates-
recommendations.
Candidates on on the 24th agenda for approval, they'll have their first meeting on August 7th, I think.
Good deal. Good deal.
I got something from Chris saying that she wanted it done tonight because she wanted.
She
the
was
first
trying
meeting.
to, but it just got too.
That fall through, okay, all right, as long as.
Yeah, because she wanted to have the first meeting next week, but that
Okay.
just got.
Well, it's good to see that they've got movement.
About the only update on the 2017 SPLOST, our second check was received. and it's about $20,000 more than the first check. So it's
Heading in the right direction.
over our projected number. We'll keep an eye on that, see how it goes. Really no report to give as far as higher education outreach is concerned. One thing that's not on here, just need to let you know, I'm meeting at 9 or 9:30 in the morning with a representative from American Homes for Rent out on Summit Place. They lease it's their property where they lease the private home that's at the end of Timberline. So I'll be talking to them about a possible easement for access. It took a long time, but we finally found somebody with a little authority who hopefully can make a decision. So we'll be out there in the morning with them.
Can I just bring up a couple of things, and Mr. Ross, just let me know, can we add the post office to this list as a project list for updates and stuff, or is that appropriate, or?
That might be an executive session item.
Still executive session as far as I know.
I would,
For a while.
for right now, I'd leave that in executive session.
Okay, so we can have that conversation in exec session, okay. The other thing, if it's okay, I want to bring up the Veterans Memorial. As one of the original people that donated money and believe in that thing, can, Tom, maybe you give us an update on what the current status is? I mean, I know it hasn't been working for a while, there's.
Well, we had it working for Memorial Day, but there's been a problem with the controller.
But but it wasn't working for July 4th.
It was not, because there's a problem with the controller in there. We've got it's on back order, from what I understand. It's not in.
So do we have any hope of when we can get that thing operational for extended periods of time? I mean, I just had a few people during the 4th of July mention it to me, and I said I would bring it up, so.
As soon as the park gets here, we'll put it in. I mean, it's not,
Okay.
but
So
I
you
can tell
turned
you,
the flame-
I didn't order the park.
So you've turned, well, I'm not saying you ordered the part, I'm just trying to find out is the part on order? Is it already ordered? Have they told us it's gonna be 6 weeks? I'm just trying to get an
Bobby, I
idea.
just said it's on back order.
Okay.
That's the best I can tell you.
Okay, so the flame, we're extinguishing the flame as well, because the
No,
flame
the flame's working.
is not, 30 minutes ago it's not.
Well, it's checked, supposedly checked daily by the staff to make sure it's lit, and if it's not,
Well,
it'll
I'm
be
just forwarding that
Yeah.
information, and
Thank you.
if it works,
If the weather,
if not, then so be it.
yeah, if we check it every morning, if the weather knocks it out, we turn off the gas and put it on the next morning. It's
Who
just-
checked it this morning? Was it working?
Yeah,
Who do we know? Who checked
Well,
it?
we had a lot of problems here this morning, so it may not.
well, that's right, we had
We had a lot of outages.
AC problems this morning, so Drew
So it may not have been checked today.
So,
I have a question on I guess the people that cut down all the trees and they were supposed to interparcel access. Did we give them 30 days to do that?
The,
DDR, not D, yeah, the DDR, Park Place is supposed to do
They
that.
they fixed all the trees. The easement, we had that, Jason had that designed, and I'm just in the process of finishing up the documentation for them to sign off on. So it's in our court.
Yeah, and then once the Hampton Inn begins construction, they're gonna do that then. The
Okay.
actual, that developer will make the connection.
yeah, their commitment is solid, we talked to them last week. We'll get that done.
Anything else?
Short executive session.
Yeah. During the work session of the mayor and the council of Snellville, Georgia, Mayor Witz announced that certain matters should be discussed in a closed session of the meeting and asked council to advise the